What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Buy Low Sell Shy. I'm your host Shy. Yes, that's my real name. And in this video, I want to basically give you my experience about purchasing sewing patterns. And I'm going to walk you through step by step how to properly list this particular item, this one right here, on eBay. And you're wondering, dude, you're a dude. Why would a dude want to list sewing patterns? I really didn't want to, but the profits are very, very real and you can make a lot of money on this even if you know nothing about the subject. So again, we're going to start. First of all, I purchased this sewing pattern because I was on a YouTube channel. Guy clears out estate sales, doesn't do storage units, and he had a big box of sewing patterns, and there was about 30 people in the room, in the auction room, and I made many, many purchases from this channel, and just had a big box of it, and they had so many of them they didn't even want to count them, but it was a lot. And he's like, 30 bucks for all these. He's like, there's probably over 100. So I figured, you know what, I'll give it a shot. During the auction I did a quick lookup, just like you see here. These sewing patterns can get pretty expensive. I mean, $16 for one, and in order to get free delivery you gotta make a purchase over 75. Never have ever bought this in my entire life. Don't know how to sew. Wish I did. Don't know how to sewing machine. Have basically just your basic sewing kit here at the house in case something breaks. And then seriously, my wife can kind of sew, but her mom can sew really, really well. You know, if you lose a button or a zipper, not a zipper, but a button, um, whatever. So, anyways, what ended up happening is I got the actual item. So the good news is I didn't have to go to an estate sale. I didn't have to go to the garage sale. I didn't have to go to a flea market. I spent no time. Just clicked on a button, paid for it. It got delivered to my house. Big box of sewing patterns. And they're McCall's, they're Quick Sew, they're Butterick, Simplicity. These are all the type of brands. So, so $30 invested, got 108 total patterns, and basically have whatever that is, 28 cents per sewing pattern. So I have very, very little costs involved in it. And then you're probably wondering why, like, oh, that's great, dude. You bought 108 sewing patterns. Well, what did you end up doing? Well, I finally pounded the YouTube, or not YouTube, eBay listing platform, and I got all 107 of them up, and I'm going to show you how to list this guy right here. So again, watch the entire video. If you've never listed anything on eBay, if you are a lady or a dude and you find these out there in the wild, I believe you can probably find these for 25 cents. Maybe they're even in like a free bucket because people don't know the value of these. But I'm going to basically show you how you can turn 30 bucks into over $600 in actual sales. And I've already sold two, and I just started listing them. So let's start with this McCall's 4174. So we're going to go on the eBay engine here. So we're going to get out of this, and we're just going to type in McCall's 4174. So I just took the model number, McCall's 4174, okay, and we're going to hit search. And chances are you're not going to see the item. Fortunately here, someone also had listed this already. So we're going to click on someone else's listing. And I'm going to go full page you guys so you can see the entire experience. All right. So this is the right one. Our size is a little bigger. It's 7, 8, 10, 12. So let me show you that in my camera. So see the size. CHH 7, 8, 10, 12. So we have to pay attention. We don't want to list this as a 3, 4, 5, 6 because that is the incorrect size. So we're going to do this. Okay, and then we're going to go to have one to sell. We're going to hit the sell now. I'm just using our phone, but I already took photos and I'll show you how that uploaded through the phone. So here we're just going to upload just a generic picture. I don't preload my photos into my laptop or my computer because it's, it just takes up too much time and memory, unnecessary memory. I'd rather keep it on my phone, and I do have an Android phone, so I have removable memory. All right, so we're going to do McCall's. I don't recommend to put the apostrophe, okay? And we're going to look on the back here because I believe it is important if it's an older model. So on the actual McCall's thing, you could see here, oh, maybe you can't see here, but it says copyright 2003. So to me, that would mean it's a Y2K model. So we're going to put Y2K in the beginning of the listing, and we're going to put sewing pattern. It is 4174. It is a child skort panel. It is a skort, right? Or is it a skirt? Looks like a skort. All right, well, it's a skort. That's great. And we're going to just clean this up a little bit. I like to have all my listings look the same. So we're going to put the correct sizes that we have here. And you can just basically put 7 to 12. Okay. And then I'm also going to put new old stock. Okay. So Y2K McCall sewing pattern 4174 child skort panel variation size 7 to 12 uncut NOS. Okay. Here's the next step that's very important. A lot of people list in collectibles sewing 1930 now patterns. No. That's only if you have like a really, really, really old one. So here we want to click on item category, and we want to just pick regular crafts, sewing patterns. Okay, so unless you have a really, really old one like from the 50s and it doesn't have a UPC, you want to be listing in this category. Okay, so we're already like correcting the other seller's mistake, which is probably why they haven't sold it yet. Okay, then we want to take the UPC number and we're going to type that in 023795417 Okay, and again, I'm just pulling this off the actual item in my hand. We're going to select McCall's as the brand. Age group, we're going to basically, since it's 7 to 12, we're going to basically select child. It is a girl's. The type is a skirt and a short, so it's a skort. If you want to be really anal, you could put skort and make your own category. So again, anyone looking for short, skirt, or skort, here we go. We got a skort. And then compatible sizes, ours is 7, 8, 10, and 12. So this is important. You don't want to copy someone else's listing and have the wrong sizes. Now, if you notice, this particular seller didn't even put the size in the description. So we're going to go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's important too, because if someone's shopping for a skort size 7 and you didn't put the size in there and they do a certain search on eBay, they'll never find your listing. Okay. Next, we're going to click 2000s. Again, this was made in, the copyright says 2003. It is uncut, which means it hasn't been used. Vintage, yes. I believe anything over 20 years old is now considered vintage. And the MPN is the manufacturer part number. So it's 4174. That's very important. Okay. Then we hit United States because that's where it was printed. Okay. Next, we want to go to the item condition is new. All right. And don't get fancy with the description. Definitely take advantage of eBay's AI. Just hit this button here. Now you could put will combine shipping, blah, 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 but most people don't even read this. But the people that do, just let eBay do the typing for you. So you click a button, it's done. Okay. And we're not going to get greedy. We're just going to ask $5 because we only have 28 cents invested in this. We have quantity of 1. And then you want to create a shipping policy. I do USPS parcel, and I also do USPS priority, so I give the buyer 2 options, and we're going to say it's 12 ounces, and it's a 9x6x1. So just so you know, a 9x6x1 is basically if you put this piece here, and you put it in a simple poly bag. You don't need to put it in a fancy envelope. You don't need to use cardstock, just poly bag. It's very easy to ship. You're literally just shipping paper. With, like wax paper for the sewing pattern inside. So we're going to go 9x6x1, 12 ounces. This is my location where it's coming from. Return policy, 30 days. I mean, no one's going to return this. And if they do, who cares? You just list it and someone else will buy it. And then you want to go to, you probably want to promote it. I do 2%. For whatever reason, eBay's promoted listing service is not working, and list for free. Now, I list for free because I get up to 1,000 items a month. I pay $27.95, and here it goes. There's a problem adding updated promoted listings. Update the listing and try again. Well, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna leave this up. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to open up your eBay app. Okay, so I put that really weird picture. So now we're going to download the 3 total photos. Okay, so we're going to hit revise. Okay, and then it's going to pull up the actual listing. Okay, and then we're going to upload the photos. So here I already have the photos of the item in my phone. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 there. So we're going to click on those 3 photos just like that. All right, and then we're going to hit the done button up in the upper right hand corner, and now it's uploading the photos. And the way I take my photos is I don't have to crop. I just basically get as much of the product in the frame of the photo as possible. So 3 total photos. Takes like 10 seconds to load photos. So now we've got our photos uploaded, and we don't have to do anything else on the eBay app. We just scroll all the way down, and then we hit revise it. Okay, so that's how I do it. I basically just transfer the photos from my phone, having the eBay app open. All right, so now you want to check your listing. We're going to go to view listing. And here's the list I just made. Okay, so here are the 3 photos. They turned out nice. I didn't have to do any cropping. I mean, if you don't do a good job taking photos, you will spend more time cropping photos. We don't want to do that. We want to get this in and out. It's only $5. Take your 3 photos ahead of time and upload. Okay, that's it. And we've got our item priced here at $5. We've got new. We've got a good title, Y2K McCall sewing pattern. The model is 4174. We have child skort panel variation, sizes 7 through 12, uncut. NOS means new old stock. Okay. And we're going to scroll down. The shipping is $5.19. Now, in my case, the shipping probably cost me $1 less because I put 12 ounces. That's very important. You don't want to just put 4 ounces. You want to put an extra buck in for yourself that the buyer pays for. Yeah, you get taxed on it. Yeah, eBay takes a fee out of it, but it goes to pay for your poly mailer. It goes to pay for your gas driving to the post office. It goes for your time. So you're able to get an extra buck. And then even if you put the thing on sale for 10% off later on, you're still making money because, again, you only invested 28 cents. Okay, so here's the description. Short, skirt, skort, 2000s decade. The model number matches. The different sizes all appear in the compatible size. Yes, it's vintage because it was made in 2000. We have it in the correct category. We have McCall's as the brand. We have uncut, child, girls, United States, and we even put the UPC number. So now this, if you find this particular pattern and you type in this UPC, knock it out, guys. Copy my listing. I don't care. All right. And then eBay did the description for us. And then here is the feedback. So nice and easy. So now we've provided value. We have a $5 item listed with $5 in shipping and handling. So this particular buyer, even if they pay tax, they're going to be in for 11 bucks. And if you remember from the beginning of the video, I showed you that this particular sewing pattern is, you know, if you bought it directly from McCall's, if they still have these in stock, they start, you know, 10, 12, 14, 15 bucks. If your client or your potential buyer shops for these at, you know, Hobby Lobby or whatever, you know, I don't know if Joann Fabrics, I think they're out of business, but basically you have now provided value to your buyer. You're not asking for the moon on it. You're giving a really good deal. They can get in and out for around 10 bucks. Okay. They can click on this item on eBay. If they sell all their stuff on eBay, they can use funds from their eBay account to pay for a sewing pattern, maybe give it as a gift, or maybe they want to actually produce this skirt skort. Now, will these items sell very quickly? I don't think so. I think this is a long tail item, but what do I care? I invested $30. I invested, honestly, about 2.5 hours of my time, and a lot of it was just organizing it. So what I recommend is if you are going to list, you know, a big pile like this, and you have over 100 of them, I would say organize them by the brand. Okay. So that way when you're listing them in bulk. So in this case, I just listed whatever, 30 of these. They were all McCall's versus you have a McCall's, then you have a Quick Sew, then you have a Simplicity, okay? And then you have a Berta. I mean, look at all these that I listed, okay? Big pile. It's not in a death pile. There's the other brand here, Butterick, okay? So I got all 108 listings up literally in 2 hours. Yes, I invested $30. Oh, and I've actually sold a few as well. But all of the listings are accurate They have good photos. They're not blurry. They're clear photos. So someone that wants to buy this can clearly click on the item. And if they can't see, they can use their cell phone, or if they're at their desktop, they can clearly see everything. And if they want to see the actual size, I take the picture in landscape mode. So someone can actually go in there and go, yeah, I want to make a dress or a skirt, and here are the actual sizes. Okay, so all the information's on there. And then even if they want to check the date, I really zoom in on that on my third photo because I want to show them this is when the actual sewing pattern was produced. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. At the end of the day, after fees and shipping and my time, let's say we've got 4 hours total invested in 108 items, and after my initial profits, let's say I'm going to profit $500. 500 divided by 4 is $125 an hour. Can you make $125 an hour? You know what $125 an hour is if you work 40 hours a week and you work, the entire year? That's $260,000 that you can earn if you just concentrate on sewing patterns. You pick them up. The key is you pick them up cheap. You pick up good items. You buy them from a reliable seller. You don't want to buy a bunch of these at a garage sale and then you open them all up. You find out they're all used and all uncut. I don't recommend listing cut up ones because then you're really going to have to open these things up, spend more time, see if they're cut or not. These are all uncut. So someone hoarded these. That person probably passed away or they went into the retirement home, and then the estate sale people are there to dump. Or you might find this in a storage auction. So don't toss these. Don't donate them. Don't let Goodwill, don't let Savers make money on your laziness. So 4 hours of your time, $125 an hour, that's 260 grand a year on sewing patterns. And I'm a dude, I'm not a lady. I don't know how to sew. I don't know anything about these things besides me doing research on it. So I hope this video has helped you. Let me know in the comments if it has. I'm going to try and title this video so that way if someone runs into sewing patterns, they can watch this video, and basically I walk them through step by step on how to list it, how to market it, and again, it might take a year for these to sell. What do I care? I invested $30, 4 hours over my time. I've already bagged all these up, and I'm storing them in the actual name brands, so I'm not digging through 100 of them trying to find one. You want to create speed, and it's okay to do a 30-day return policy. There's nothing to be afraid of. And again, you don't need to buy an AI lister for you, program for you. If you saw in this video, it did not take very much time. And as you're pounding through these, all the same brand, one after another, you'll get really, really quick, like literally 30 seconds to a minute per listing. And that includes taking the photos. And that includes listing it on eBay. And then you're done. And then it's super easy. It's not fragile. Very easy to ship. And then obviously you got to invest in some poly bags. So my poly millers are 12 by 7.5. You can buy these by the hundreds or the thousands. And they're also very usable to ship other things like actual clothing or other items that fit in a little poly bag. So appreciate you guys watching my channel. Let me know in the comments if this helped you out. I hope it did. I hope you find these. I hope you don't blow past them next time you're at a estate sale, garage sale, flea market. If they're selling them for 25 cents and there's like 100 of them, give it a shot. Make some money. Don't kill yourself over it. I'm a guy. It was kind of torture listing these, but I'm so excited and so happy that I got them listed. And now I just got to wait for the money to roll in. So appreciate it, guys. You have a good one. Keep searching out there. There's always something cool that you can find to list and make money on eBay, and all it takes is your time. Talk to you later on the next one. Bye-bye.